Harbaugh now heads to Los Angeles Chargers.
Do you think anyone can predict a Jim Harbaugh speech? You're out of your damn mind.
That's a beast mode. My God.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
We have a Chargers quarterback that cusses, boys. This is dangerous.
Phillip Rivers sheds a tear.
We want to be known as world champions, and we're gonna do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than I?
Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Will Dunkson, with my buddy, Kev Duggan.
What's up, buddies?
Not too much. Let's not forget Kyle the Coach Duggan.
Yeah, I'm here. And before we even get started here, I have to give a shout out to one of our Bolt fam.
Whoa.
I was in a tough spot. It was like a fourth quarter, down 3, and I needed somebody to step up. And let me tell you, I found my own little Justin Herbert in the Bolt fam. Mike Luvano stepped up big with a game-winning drive.
Whoa.
Because we promised, we have 3 season tickets, our podcast, us 3.
1, 2, 3. There's 3
which
of us,
is a really tragic number of season tickets.
We didn't think that through at all.
Yeah, it just never works to have 3 tickets. You always want a 4th. So
yeah,
we promised my son. He just turned 6, and for his birthday, he's like, "Me and mommy are gonna take you to the Charger game." He's like, "Oh, sweet. Can Paxi come?" He wants his older brother to come. We're like, "Oh man,
well."
Like, I can't say no. But it just so happened the game we're going to is prime time against the Steelers on Sunday night. It's like these tickets are not cheap. People know what they're doing. You can make a good little chunk of change selling just this game.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of Steelers fans there, unfortunately.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. This is the make your money
travel
back
well
game if you bought season tickets.
Yeah.
But my guy Mike Luvano just stepped up and he gave me 2 free tickets to be able to take my son to the game.
Wow.
So Mike, huge shout out, dude. The love is definitely felt. I appreciate you, man.
If I could hug you right now, I would.
I know.
Come here. Give me a hug.
Bring it in.
Yeah.
Bring it in. There we go. You got to give him the pats. There you go. That's the pats for you. Bolt fam always looking out for each other, and we love that. Mike, thank you, buddy, for helping out my brother here. Dude, there's a lot to talk about. Obviously, we got a big game coming up primetime game against the Steelers, and we've got a Craig experience lined up for you. So let's waste no time. Start at the top. You know, if you looked at this season so far, teams, what are we, 6-3 now?
Yeah.
6-3. Oline is a disaster. Like, it's just injury after injury, devastation. We have to be the worst offensive line rated in the league right now.
Yeah, it has to be.
We are 32.
Yeah. Would you believe if I told you that Justin Herbert, quarterback for this team, is first in the NFL with rushing yards at 305, first in the NFL in completions with 220, second most passing yards at 2,390, and second most tutties with 18.
All right, so I want to start a campaign, a big campaign.
Is this a GoFundMe?
No. This could not be more obvious. Could not be more obvious. What's happened to Justin and what he's working with on offensive line? If he's still able to pull out these wins and get us into the playoffs and do something in the playoffs, I can't even fathom how that's not the most valuable player. Absolutely. I can't fathom it. We're basically setting him up to make a run to do that. So I'm excited to see what he's capable of doing. We've all seen what he's capable of doing. But I think if people aren't talking in the next couple of weeks when we've won 2 straight games, which is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I think at that point where it's just a lost cause and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, these are crazy numbers that this guy is putting up against a just riddle offensive line. It really makes you wonder what numbers we'd be putting up if we had a healthy offensive line.
You know what's crazy? This is year 1 for Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
this is what he did his rookie year when he was fully healthy, and he had the worst offensive line in football. And look what he did. And we didn't have a defense.
Groundhog Day.
And we didn't have a defense then, or Jim Harbaugh. Yeah. So let's let him get. What would he be? Most senior of the year, because it's like his 4th year, 5th year. Like, what would he be?
Vet of the year.
Yeah, vet of the year. Like it would be definitely vet of the year.
So we'll see how the rest of the season goes because trade deadline came and went. And I know some of you, wait. So as we mentioned on the last podcast, if we put something out, something good's going to happen. And there were a few of you that were like, nothing's happening, guys. Yet again, no trades made. Oh, how quick ye judge before the deadline cometh and goeth, because not only did we make one, Utah, give me 2 trades.
I think it's the only thing I'm really good at.
I mean, these were down to the wire trades, but they were trades nonetheless.
Yeah.
And the lesser of the two, I'll say. I mean, arguably the lesser of the two. Chargers trading away Jasir Taylor for a 2028 conditional 7th round pick. So that's a few years away. That's quite the investment. But the big one, the big boy, that has a lot of people divisive, I think, right now, is the trade for offensive lineman Trevor Penning from the Saints for a 2027 6th round pick. So not next year's draft, the year after, 2027.
Yeah.
So this was obviously a position, and we talked about it in the last episode, that, like, look, you got to get somebody. Yes, we're down our 2 top tackles. Bobby Hart, God knows what's going to happen with him. Trey Pipkins, sometimes healthy, sometimes not. Mekhi Becton, sometimes healthy, sometimes not. You got to get somebody to come in and protect our boy, and God bless him. They went out and got somebody.
When you got a starting offensive lineman, he just started last Sunday.
Yes.
For a 2027 6th round pick.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? We're not going and looking at guys that have been sitting on the couch for 6 weeks.
Exactly.
Like, this was awesome. People are all up in their feels about this. Like, this isn't good. We shouldn't have done it. Like, I don't see how you can say that. Like, personally, I don't see how you can say that.
Yeah.
He is an upgrade over whatever we would put at tackle right now.
Right.
And the people are pissed about his pass blocking, but he's been on shitty teams. He's been on a shitty team his whole career. The Saints have not been good.
Right.
And now he's an awesome run blocker. He's that psycho that drills you into the ground. My only worry is I hope he doesn't have any penalties. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Sure.
I think it's going to be an upgrade otherwise.
That's fair.
Yeah. And you look at, I think people were hoping that we would get a stud, like a Pro Bowler lineman at the trade deadline.
It's not happening.
They don't move. There was not one single Pro Bowl elite lineman traded at the deadline. You don't move them. You can't.
Not only that, I was just going to say, not only that, I think Trevor Penning was the only offensive lineman that was traded.
He was.
Yeah, you have to have everything working together perfectly. There's got to be a young guy on that team ready to take over. This guy has to be in the last year of his deal. They're not going to re-sign him. They need to scrape something. So it's like all the stars have to align to be able to even get a starting offensive lineman. And it's like you have to consider what we gave up too. Like the situation the Chargers in, we have 2 Pro Bowl tackles. We're not going to go give up 2 first-round picks, a 1st and a 3rd, to go get a Pro Bowl tackle. That makes no sense for the future of our organization.
Right.
You're going to go get the best guy you can get for a 2027 6th-round pick. And I'm not mad. Like, I'm not mad. They did something, which is awesome, that they were out there. I'm sure they were making calls at more people, and teams were just wanting too much, obviously, because linemen don't move. So I think you got a guy that could come in and be a body. You need bodies on your roster, and we're just losing them left and right. And like Kev said, I watched some of the clips of his run blocking. This guy's he's nasty.
He's a mauler.
Yeah,
he's nasty. He watches horror movies before the game.
We talked about him in
nasty man.
Yeah.
We talked about him a lot in his pre-draft ranking. It was like him or Zion is what we were talking about. And
right.
I don't know. It's a weird hate that I'm not understanding, because I think there is 100% a powder blue bump for these guys.
Absolutely.
Like, Owe comes in, starts taking off. I think he's going to come in. Hopefully he takes off, and we just need a slight improvement. We need like half a second longer. If he could be half a second longer in protection on his blind side or wherever they put him, I'll take that shit all day. Is he going to be perfect? No. Are you going to yell at the TV at him maybe a couple times if he plays Sunday or the next Sunday? Probably. But suck it up, Buttercup. Like, it's okay. Like, we're making an effort to try and make this line better. Yeah. And I'm beyond pumped about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he has versatility too. He's played guard. He's played tackle. He can be a great swing guy at all those positions.
Yeah. Right. And I mean, talking about the powder blue bump, I mean, look at Bobby Hart. Bobby Hart came in. I think Bobby Hart almost played for every single team in the NFL.
He was out of football for like 3 years or some shit. He hadn't started in forever.
Yeah, and he comes in and he's what? He's serviceable. He's able to do the job well enough to protect Justin Herbert. Now, is Justin Herbert still getting hit? Of course. But that's a team effort more than anything. And you just need somebody that is competent at the job to be able to come in and help. That's all we need right now is just help. We don't need a future tackle, like Kyle said. Like, we don't need somebody. We have our Pro Bowl tackles, man. They're just both hurt right now, and they're out for the season. Come next season, God willing, they're both healthy and ready to go. But right now, you got to work with what you got. You got to deal with the hand that you've been dealt. And Trevor Penning is now a part of that. And I think it's huge. I think it's a great get.
Ortiz is cooking, dude. This was a perfect setup for us.
Yeah. Our brother from another podcast, Alex Insdorf, tweeting out Chargers offensive coordinator Greg Roman calls the tackle spot a competition as Trevor Penning gets acclimated. The best players are going to play.
I have a feeling he's probably going to play.
Well, especially when you look at running back Herbo posting the pass blocking PFF grades of the current state of the Chargers O-line. Without going too deep in the numbers, let's just say Jamari Salyer is 61st among guards.
Out of 79.
Out of 79,
make sure you get that second number.
61 out of 79. Zion, 44 out of 79. Bradley Bozeman, 34 out of 34.
He's worse than a backup.
Yeah. Foster Sorrell, 73 out of 79. Pipkins, 60 out of 77. Becton, 67 out of 79. And Deculus, 76 out of 77.
So I think Deculus right there immediately upgrade. He's the worst tackle in the league grade wise if you're going to go by PFF. So I don't know. I'm pumped for this.
No, it's huge, and we're absolutely going to need it going up against the Steelers coming up on this primetime game Sunday night. Because boy, not everybody has faith that the Chargers are going to pull off a win on this one. This is going to be a real tough game. We're favored
by 3. Vegas is favoring us by 3. So, and I usually go by them because they're going to make or lose money based on that.
Yeah, I mean the NFL films, it's more yellow than powder blue as far as predictions go. But they're all close games. They're all one-score games, if not 1-point games, that they're being predicted. And the injury report, I think initially on Wednesday looked pretty good, but then Thursday came around and a couple injuries popped up as well. Keenan Allen and Khalil Mack both just having rest days, so nothing to worry about there. They're just both taking the day off, coming in full. Mekhi Becton still dealing with a knee injury, got limited practice. Deshaun Hand limited with a groin injury, so they activated him off of the IR, so he's just getting limited right now. Josh Harris also activated off the IR, getting 2 full practices in, which was also crazy to see. Lovato, our previous long snapper, just was like, I'm done with this game entirely. Yeah, I can't do this.
These fans are mean. This sucks.
And we did work out and add a long snapper to the practice squad. Forgive me, I don't have his name in front of me. But he's insurance. I mean, people were like, well, maybe Josh Harris isn't ready. Nah, Josh Harris is getting 2 full practices in. He's ready. You just need that extra body just in case. The concern now, Bobby Hart, that tackle that we talked about that was being serviceable, has not practiced over the last 2 days. At the game, it was a groin injury, but now he's showing up with knees and ankles. Groins, ankles, knees and toes.
Knees and toes.
He has not practiced the last 2 days, so we'll see what happens with him. And Tony Jefferson still limited, dealing with the hamstring injury. The one that popped up on Thursday, though, Keandre Lambert-Smith, limited with a hamstring injury. So who knows what that is?
Well, I think that he's been going at it pretty good on special teams. He's been a gunner. So and I was surprised. I don't know if you guys saw this news, but it was that we're the 32nd ranked special teams unit right now.
Whoa.
Yuck.
Yeah, I saw that floating around like, oh. Okay, that's not good.
That's different from last year.
And I think it all has to do, it's all bunched together. There's not like special teams that are so much more amazing than others, but like the fact that you give up the amount of yards they've been giving up on punts and return for a touchdown will drive you to the basement. So
I think that play alone,
please.
Skyrocketed our rankings.
Dean Leonard also activated from IR, has gotten 2 full practices in. That's good to see.
I think that's probably why they let Jasir go. It makes the most sense that the roster spot,
that Dean's coming
he's back.
Yeah.
That's just like, that's what they're doing.
Tarheeb still not practicing after that knee injury from a couple games ago. And Benjamin St. Juste popped up on Thursday with a groin injury. So a little bit more than I think we'd want. But, I mean, really, it's that offensive line right now. I mean, if Bobby Hart's not playing, and God knows what Mekhi Becton's situation is going to be. I mean, I don't know what that line's going to look like. Probably Jamari Salyer. No. Probably Trevor Penning. If he
I don't know, dude. Salyer looked rough. Sorry, Salyer looked rough. It's, the brisket broad saw him at the hotel, and he was seriously limping.
Yeah,
like he's clearly dealing with something right now. So hopefully he's. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, not enough to be on the injury report, but you got to hope that the line is Penning, Zion, Bozeman, Becton, hopefully, but if not, Salyer and then Pipkins.
Well, this is gonna be tough too, dude, because the Steelers have no joke defensive line. It's
absolutely
like one of the most expensive defensive lines in the league. So
yeah, and I'm looking at their injury report, and none of them are injured right now. So
none of those guys, at least. They have some guys that didn't participate for sure, but
right. But I mean, yeah, their backup quarterback showing up on the list.
Well, Cam Hayward's a good thing. Maybe he's
just a rest day.
Yeah, but that's just an old guy getting.
That's a Khalil Mack type rest day for him. So we'll see what it all ends up shaking out to be. But it's exciting to know that this team is 6-3, going up against a team that just came off a big win against the Colts too. That's what's crazy. Is like Colts were looking red hot there, and then all of a sudden the Steelers came and whipped them into shape. And so it's going to be an uphill battle for sure. But we are here for it, just like we hope you're here for us and our sponsor this week, Underdog Fantasy. Are you ready to get off the bench and into the game? Then head over to Underdog to get in on all the action. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. I don't know where the 5,000. I must be playing a different type of game, because I just like picking players. Whether they go higher.
You can next level that for sure if you want to get in there.
Well, maybe I'll throw a buck down and turn that into $5,000. How about that? We'll see. I don't know. I'll have to investigate further with Underdog and see what I can do. But hey, if you want to find out, just download the app today, sign up with promo code CCHAT, and score 100 bones. $100-roos, 100 smackers in bonus funds or entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code CCHAT. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 or over 19 in Alabama and Nebraska, over 19 in Colorado for some games, over 21 Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. And after you're done making some picks and maybe, hey, taking those wins and turning them into 5,000 times your cash, you can head on over to Patreon. Give us a little bit of that. Patreon.com/ChargerChat and check out the sweetest, coolest, newest doc that Kevin has put together from this last trip.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe, and it's fun times had by all. And you can live vicariously through us and our trip to Nashville. But if you don't want to go to patreon.com/ChargerChat, it's fine. Head on over to our regular website, ChargerChat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. Chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the members section. Ask questions and ask Volt fam. Check it out, ChargerChat.com. And if you're watching this on a subscribable platform, just hit subscribe. I'm tired of saying it. Just do it. You know who I'm talking to you. All right?
Yeah.
All right, folks. Time to go into the next segment. You know them. You love them. It's the Craig Experience.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Come on in, man. Kick your feet up.
Oh,
Craig Experience.
hello there.
Make yourself at home. Got some stuff to talk about, right? Moving on.
Howdy ho, folks. What's going on? Here we are, once again, week 10. Never let it be said that this team does not keep it exciting, even when you would rather that they not. Never a dull moment with this squad, but it's what we love about them, mostly. Anywho, folks, welcome back. You know who it is, you know who I be, Mr. TOP_FLYT3. And We're here to talk a little bit about what took place last week in a dub. It was a win. It's all that mattered. It's what I asked for, right? So pretty straightforward. And maybe a look ahead to this Week 10 matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football, because should be another entertaining one. So with that said, CC gang, be biggest of salutes to the rest of the boat fam. It's goody. You got Craig in Texas. And welcome to this Week 10 edition of the TCE, the Craig Experience. So let's get to the business, shall we? I mean, I can't say that they didn't do what I asked for. I mean, I said just win, and they did. But in classic Chargers fashion, they had to go and make it interesting. A 27-20 victory where the defense doesn't yield a single offensive touchdown. No matter how many times I say that out loud, it sounds crazier each go. That is so Chargers. And if that wasn't wild enough, the welcome back Joe Alt tour lasted all of about 5 quarters, and it technically came to an end at the hands of Trey Pipkins. Some more friendly fire. Pushed our old buddy Sebastian Joseph Day right into that bad ankle of Joe Alt, and here we are, altless once again. And then the Miracle Man Bobby Hart went down too. I don't think I've ever seen this many offensive linemen have their ankles and legs rolled up on to date in my 42 years on Earth this frequently. But Chargers, I don't know, I guess. But hey, all that really matters is that the Chargers got another tally in the dub column, so we can just push right on past this week and talk about some more current things. Anyway, trade deadline came and went this week, right? That was a whole thing. And the Chargers made a move at the 11th hour for tackle/guard Trevor Penning from the New Orleans Saints for late 2027 draft capital. Now, on its head, it's a move. It helps to fill a need, maybe two, because he has position flexibility, but man, was I conflicted about this one for a little bit. So, story time. Back in 2022, that draft cycle, Penning was arguably my least favorite player being mocked in the first round. Now, what made it worse was that so many outlets were connecting him to the Chargers, and I wanted zero parts of that. But instead, the Chargers ended up with Zion, and the rest is kind of sort of history. But here, Mr. Penning has found his way to LA just a few short years later. Now, hear me out for a second. I still don't love him as a player. His career hasn't been great, as you can go back and watch film and see. It's not just a bias thing. A lot of the issues that he had that I didn't love showed up in the NFL in the first few years of his career. So it is what it is. But look, I do appreciate Joe Ortiz for doing what he could to make the best of a bad situation. He was the only offensive lineman traded. And I mean, it also shows that Ortiz wasn't okay with just standing pat with the current offensive line situation. But we do know that Trevor Penning under the former regime, almost certainly wouldn't have worked. But this staff turned Bobby Hart into a serviceable right tackle though. And so I'm hopeful they can do the same with a former first rounder that does still have a lot of, high level athletic traits to work with. And he also has that temperament Harbaugh likes in his guys up front. So fingers crossed. And oh yeah, they traded Jasir Taylor away for basically a Kit Kat bar. And if you know how I feel about Jasir, then you know that was probably the thing I'm celebrating the most about the day. Ooh, a little parched. Now that we've gotten through all of that stuff, we should talk about this week's game, right? Okay. So this one is going to be tricky. Pittsburgh coming off a big time win against the Colts, who came into SoFi a few weeks ago and had their way with our boys. Add to that, their defense is starting to find its footing. And that makes things a bit spooky, especially with Joe Alt on the shelf for the balance of the season now. Y'all know how I feel about being solutions oriented. So if you follow me on the Bird app, I posted something a couple days ago speaking to what I feel is the best go forward with regard to game planning in this matchup. But in case you don't really do socials or follow me, and you should, by the way, just my personal opinion, how about I just review that? So it went a little something like this. The Steelers are 32nd in pass D. Sounds awesome until you realize the strength of their defense is the front. The conundrum here is that the Chargers O-line gives up all the pressures, instant interior and edge. To keep Chin upright, they're going to have to utilize a significant amount of max protection. But the flip side to that is having less viable pass catching options on the field. Even if the plan is to lean into a more quick game, the Steelers' defensive line has almost certainly taken note of the amount of tip passes from Herbert, resulting in turnovers, and will intently be looking to add to that total. The running game has to find a way to be respectable if there is to be any real successful attempts to attack through the air vertically. If there's a section of the playbook dedicated to 4 wide and empty sets with a ton of perimeter quick hitters, this might be the week to dust it off. They definitely have the wide receiver personnel for it. Leaning into that strength may not be such a bad idea this week. That might be against the book of Roman and all of its chapters/verses though. Now, do I see Greg Roman actually going that route? Probably not. Well, at least not as much as I would like. I'm sure he'll introduce some spread concepts, probably use some more RPO stuff, which is cool, but keep in mind, like I mentioned before, Steelers defensive linemen are going to be looking to get their hands up in passing lanes, and they're going to have to be very strategic about play calling. You don't want to overdo it. They've already got their antennas up for plays like that and a scheme of that sort, so gotta keep that in mind. Guess we kind of got to get to score predictions too, right? I've been avoiding it a little bit because, again, like I said, I'm worried. But anyway, listen, I don't have a reason to believe that this is going to turn into a shootout, but hey, sort of have like this really weird feeling about this game, especially if the run game fails to be a factor. I can almost smell like 40 to 45 attempts from Herbert, and man, is that terrifying against this front with our current O-line situation. The Chargers are clearly at a disadvantage, as we all know, up front. Oh, by the way, yeah, ideally Oline Gaston, because he's been such a huge factor the last few weeks, would have a big game this week as well. And I'm not saying that he won't. I think he is going to be a big part of the game plan. But the Steelers recently did something that makes me think they took note of how vital he's been to the passing game. And they've already done something maybe a week early that could contribute to the way that they defend him this week. They moved Jalen Ramsey to safety last week against the Colts, and that worked out very, very well. So now you've got he and Kyle Duggar, who they also traded for from the Patriots a while back, as a couple of guys that can maybe body Gadsden up just a bit. So he might have a little bit more of a difficult time finding open space, but again, the kid's he's a gamer. He can go out there and get it done. So just be looking for them to key on Gadsden with a former cornerback. And I mean, Ramsey has always been looked at as both, honestly, and Kyle Duggar. So bigger bodied safeties that can maybe be a little bit more physical with Gadsden. So, there's that. Okay, score. Oy vey. All right, I'm gonna go Chargers 33, Steelers 27. I'm sorry, I don't even know how to really make that make sense. It's just a feeling, so I'm going with my gut, and we are always gonna pump our boys up here. So let's just go out here, do what we got to do, get to 7 wins in a game that I think a lot of people, even though the Chargers are favored by 3, they get the 3-point home bump. I think a lot of people aren't really expecting the Chargers to win this game. And that stadium is going to be filled with terrible towels because the Steelers fans not only travel, they're one of those nationwide teams who have fans everywhere. So y'all pack SoFi out to the best of y'all's ability. If I lived there, I would definitely be in the building, but get it done for me, folks. But till next time, y'all know who I be, Mr. TOP_FLYT3 over on the Bird app, aka Mr. Full Gang or Do Not Bang. And you know where to find me post game. That's right, lightning round. Me and my boy Garrett will be chopping up everything that took place during that game. So it's gonna be a late one too. Sunday night matchup. Yeah, I'm gonna be up well past midnight, but it's the Chargers, so it'll be worth it. Well, make it worth my while. Go get the W. Anyway, love you guys, my boys. Love y'all as well. Take it easy. Till next one. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Well, there you go, folks. Another awesome Craig experience. Craig, we love you too, buddy. We're so thankful to have you here on this show and telling us all these things that I don't look at.
All these
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all good points. I mean, it makes sense, dude. Like, this is going to be obviously a very tough game. And to know how effective their D line is, like you even mentioned it earlier, Kev, like everybody seems to know Pittsburgh defensive line is no joke.
Yeah,
and
problem.
It's a problem. And the offensive line is really going to have to step up. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if we're just loading it up with tight ends on either side and praying to God to keep Justin Herbert upright or what. But it's going to be tough. But a lot of good points, got to get that quick game going. And it wouldn't surprise me if this does end up being a shootout. Hopefully we can get pressure on Rodgers, though, too. I hope we can keep him off balance.
Well, and that's a big thing. I think the big matchup is going to be, Aaron versus our boy Herbert. Like that's going to be wild. And I don't think Aaron has everything he used to have, but he can still sling it. So I really don't know how this is going to shake out right now. If our defense can show up, I think we'll be fine. If they show up and have a great game, there's no turnovers, we play a clean game with good defense, I think we'll get this done. Yeah.
This is going to be, our defense won it for us really on this last game. Keeping that offense to 0 tutties, like that's huge. And so if our
offense gave up more points than our defense did.
Yeah. I don't like hearing that out loud.
Well, it's easy. Just fix that. You're fine. It's actually nice.
Yeah. But love everything that you're talking about here, Craig. It all makes sense, and we love you for it. So thank you, dude, for breaking it down for us on another Killer Craig experience. And that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat, folks. But before we go, as we always do, we must make some bold predictions, just like Craig. Craig predicted 33-27. It's crazy. What are our predictions?
I personally think it's going to be a much lower scoring game. I just think
as low as Thursday's game, 10-7.
That was
BS game that was.
Raiders, you suck. You're good for nothing. They're so literally good for nothing.
And the Broncos didn't look good at all.
Well, that's the thing is the Raiders caught the Broncos looking like dog doo-doo and couldn't score any points. It's just they got a block punt. They're throwing picks off of helmets. It's like Raiders just suck. They're good for nothing. I was hoping they could do something this year.
Yeah, do something good in your life for once.
God.
I've never done anything for us.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I just think that pass rush is going to be so quick on us that we're going to have to try to establish some kind of a run, chew up clock, and get the ball out quick. So it's going to require long drives. I don't think the big touchdowns are going to be there on either side. That's what the Chargers do. We take away, we do our best to take away big plays. And Aaron Rodgers, that's what he wants to live on. So hopefully there's some turnovers there. I just don't think it's going to be a huge high scoring game. I'm going to say it's going to be 20-17 Chargers. And then my stat, I think this one is going back to our roots of bold predictions, hoping that it puts it out in the universe.
I'm
no
excited.
Sacks for Justin Herbert. He's
Whoa.
Put it out there.
Yeah,
whoa.
we got to try. We got to do our part,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Who'd have
wild.
thought no sacks is the most ridiculous claim to make before a game?
I love it.
That's a bold prediction.
Especially against the Steelers. I love that, Kyle. I love
That's
that
so
you said
good,
that.
dude.
Good.
All right.
All right, I'll go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Chargers are going to win 24-20. And I think Penning starts the left tackle, and I don't think he gives up a sack, He might give up a couple pressures because he's still learning the playbook, but I don't think he's going to give up a sack.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. I'm going to say Chargers are going to win. I'm going to say Soof. Well, so I was going to predict us scoring lower than 20, but I know if we just get over 20, we're good.
It's like 24. If we can keep them under 24, we will win.
I'll say we win 24-17. Was that yours, Kevin? What was yours?
No, his was 24-20.
Yeah.
24-20. I'll say 24-17. I'll say one less field goal.
Okay.
And I think my bold prediction is, it's been ever since Hampton went down, Kamani Vidal has been great and just disappears. So I think he's due to be great once more.
Yeah, it's an on-off great game.
It's back and forth. So he's due to be great. I think Kamani gets over 100 rushing yards. And I'm going to say 2 tutties for him.
Can I amend mine? I think Penning gets 1 penalty for being just so brutally aggressive.
Okay.
And I'm here for it. Okay. 1.
Set the tone.
You can have
0 sacks, but 1 penalty.
1 penalty for being too much
for
of
being
man.
a badass.
Yeah, for being too manly.
Okay. I love it. All right. Well, there you go, folks. Bold predictions in the books. I think that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat. Keep an eye out for Kyle on Sunday night, folks. He's going to be there. Say hey. Be nice to his wife and kids. We know where you live. We have your Patreon address. Don't you be mean to him. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode. But until then.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.